this month of September, I'm taking you along on a challenge. It's called 4 weeks to fill your freezer. And last week we started week 1, which was breakfast freezer meals. I have a link down below for you to go check that out. So this week is week 2 and we are doing lunch freezer meals. Okay, I'm gonna start on some bagel pizzas or bagel bites, whatever you wanna call them. Okay, so go grab yourselves some mini bagels, take them apart. I've got 2 baking sheets here with parchment paper because these are gonna go in my big freezer. If you don't have a big freezer, put them on plates and do them in sections, because when they're done, you're gonna freeze them for a little bit, so that way you could bag them up. All right, I am gonna get some help where I can get it. So I am using the Walmart Great Value pizza sauce. And then I have some frozen, it's thawing now, and I keep shaking and breaking up the cheese, some mozzarella cheese. That big bag is from Costco. And the kids love pepperoni, so you could do the whole slices on here and break them up, or you can get the minis and make it easier. We're gonna do this today. Now you can add onions, peppers, mushrooms, however you like your pizza, do it on these. But my kids love pepperoni, and these are basically for them. So I'm going to do cheese and pepperoni. So I made sure that I wrote on my bag what this is and today's date. I forgot about them in my freezer. It's like many moons later today, but that's okay. Okay, so I could throw them all in here, but I'm afraid like they'll break apart and everything will loosen. I'm gonna try to fit 4 in one of these quart-size bags, then put them in a gallon bag. Now, pepperoni's gonna fall off. Like, things are gonna start to fall off. That's normal, and that's what happens on frozen pizza too that you get at the store. It's all good. Put it right back on when you go to cook. Now, if you have a food saver, I do have a food saver, but I'm not whipping it out for this because the kids are gonna go into the freezer and grab these, and I don't wanna take out the machine and seal it up all the time. These are gonna go fast. Are you kidding? Oh my word. Okay, so I'm gonna do it like this so it stays together. And I could end up putting them all in one bag. This is the thought that came to my head. So like this, okay? I'm gonna fill up another one. You don't even need to thaw these out when you wanna make them. Just stick them on your pizza rack and just let them cook. 375 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes. Hey friends, I've got 2 bags, 2 gallon Ziploc bags with 3 packages each of the bagel sandwiches. So this will just hold them and store them better. So I've been getting the air out as best as I could, but these seriously aren't gonna last long. Like, are you kidding me? My kids love pizza. So, all right, this is done. Woohoo! Yum. So when you're ready to eat them, just take them out of the freezer, put them on a sheet to bake up. I sprinkled mine with a little bit of basil seasoning, and they're gonna go in the oven at 375 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes. I have cooked some white rice in the Instapot. It's all ready to go. Plenty for these burritos. My skillet is warmed up. And we're going to brown the ground beef. We're gonna let this brown up, and then we're gonna drain it and then add the taco seasoning. You can use a packet of taco seasoning. I have this big guy here from Costco, so I'm gonna use this. And then put the amount of water that it's required on the back of the packet. Okay, while it's doing this, let's get the refried bean mixture all put together. So to a bowl, you're gonna add your can of refried beans. All right, I'm gonna cover this and heat this up in the microwave. So now I'm gonna grate up some pepper jack cheese. Okay, my refried beans are ready. I have 4 ounces of shredded pepper jack cheese. And now I just need about a tablespoon of chopped fresh cilantro. Okay, in my refried bean bowl, I'm gonna add the cilantro and a cup of the rice. And then I'm gonna also add a tablespoon of lime juice. I don't have any fresh limes, so I'm just going to use this. Okay, we're gonna mix this together. Smells so good. So I have some burrito style flour tortillas. And everyone says warm up your tortilla. I don't.
Just makes it more pliable.
I know, but these are super soft. Super soft. And the bag says super soft. So there you go. I don't know. What we're gonna do is put like 2 tablespoons of the refried bean mixture down. Okay, I'm gonna sprinkle some cheese, bean mixture. There's 1. I think I could put a little bit more mixture in. I just don't make burritos very often. I never know what to do. So tell me below, if you make a burrito, what do you like to put in yours? Because I really don't make burritos. It's something that I've always wanted to do, and so I'm glad that I'm taking the opportunity now to do it. Because my family loves burritos. Derek loves burritos. Jonah loves burritos. I don't know why I was so intimidated by this. This is so easy. But what do you put in yours? I'm really curious. And I've already ate one before I started filming me folding them. You guys, this is delicious. Okay, that mixture, if I did 2 pounds of the taco seasoning, the recipe calls for 1 pound, and I used up all the filling and everything. So this recipe really gives you the whole bag of like 8 count of the burritos. So we're gonna wrap these up. So a lot of people will wrap their burritos in aluminum foil. I can't get myself to do that. I don't know why, but it freaks me out. Little pet peeve. I don't know why. So I am gonna wrap it in this saran wrap and then put them in the Ziploc bag. And then when you go to heat it, wrap, you could do either a very damp paper towel, but wrap it, and you could place it in the microwave. I don't know, 3 to 4 minutes. You're gonna have to play with it because everybody's microwave is different. These will last in your freezer for a month. This won't even last in my freezer a month. Are you kidding me? Okay, I just wrote on my bag, beef bean burritos. Now some schools have microwaves, so my kids can take food and microwave it up. I don't think my kids' elementary does, but Jonah's school does. He's gonna love these. Alright, there we have it. Beef bean burritos going in the freezer. So I have extra taco meat. I can make more burritos. I have more refried beans, cans of refried beans. I could shred up some Colby Jackum out of the pepper jack, but I'm done. I'm tired. So I am just gonna write on this freezer bag taco meat, and we can make tacos or whatever later. And this is one thing to do when you're cooking for your family. When you do, a lot of your leftovers just get tossed. I know like sometimes we're all for leftovers and there's times where we're just not feeling it. Just let it cool and put it in freezer bags and just throw it in your freezer. I'm going to do the same thing with my rice. There we go. I'm gonna get that in my freezer as well. To start these turnovers, we're going to dice up an onion. I have some carrot sticks already peeled and all of that. I have fresh carrots, but I have some of these that we bought for our family dinner the other day. I'm gonna use these and save some time. Yep. Peel your carrot and just slice it, thin slices. And we're gonna dice up 1 stalk celery. All right, we got our veggies ready. We're gonna take 1/3 cup butter and melt it in the skillet. Okay, as that's melting, I'm gonna add in my veggies. We're gonna cook these for about 4 to 5 minutes. We're gonna stir this occasionally. Okay, then we're gonna add 1/3 cup flour. Mix this in really good. We're gonna cook and stir this for a minute. Okay, we're going to whisk in some chicken broth, 3/4 cup. Okay, and a cup of 1/2 and 1/2. Okay, whisk that good so we don't get it clumpy with the flour. Okay, you're gonna take 2 ounces of cream cheese softened. We're gonna add it in here. So we're gonna cook this until it bubbles and thickens. It's pretty thick right now, but for about 1 to 2 minutes. And we're gonna break up that cream cheese as we do it. Let's add some seasonings in. We're gonna add 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, and I'm crushing up 1/4 teaspoon of thyme. Okay, we're gonna add 2 cups of diced chicken in. I took the easy route and grabbed this bad boy. And yeah, I'm a cheater and it's seasoned, rotisserie seasoned, so yum. All right, I'm gonna mix in my chicken, and if it's still a little too thick, I could add a little more chicken broth to this. So my camera turned off. It does that when it's on for a while, even recording. But after the chicken, I added 3/4 cup of frozen peas and stirred that in there, and it tastes amazing. Turn it off the heat and let's get our pie crusts ready. Floured my countertop a little just to help me. I'm using already bought pie crust. It's unfrozen, it's pliable now. So what we wanna do is stretch this out more. And my rolling pin got lost in the move. I'm wondering if I got rid of it because it was kind of broken. I don't remember, so I need a rolling pin, so that is going on my list of things I need to get. I'm just gonna roll it out with this cup, and it seems to be doing the trick, so. You gotta do what you gotta do. All right, I wanna get, at least the recipe says 5 to 6 inches across circle, so this bowl is exactly that. So there's 1, 2, 3, and I'm not gonna throw away the scraps because I can roll those out and make more. In a bowl, we're gonna add a tablespoon of milk and egg white. Okay, we're gonna whisk this together. So while we assemble these, just preheat your oven to 400 degrees. And I was able to get 10, and the recipe says it makes 10. I was able to roll out the dough enough to get 10. The recipe just says put what you think could fit in, so that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna just grab a spoon and do this. Because you wanna be able to fold it over. Okay, we're gonna use our finger and dip it in the egg wash, and we're gonna put it all around the edges because this is gonna help it seal. Okay. I'm gonna fold this over. All right, we're gonna grab our fork and seal it together. There we go. I'm gonna make some more and then I'll show you how we bake it up. All right, so I'm gonna take the leftover egg wash and brush these with it. This is so good. This is not, I mean, yes, this is a yummy, quick lunch that you could bring to work and everything, but honestly, if your kids are heading out to a practice and they want something quick to take with them on the road to eat, you could do this. All right, your oven's already preheated to 400 degrees, so we're gonna cook these for 15 to 17 minutes. Once these are cooled, wrap them up in saran wrap, throw them into a gallon Ziploc freezer bag, get all the air out, and toss it in your freezer. And FYI, these were a hit with the kids. They had some after school, and they are in love. Okay, next we're gonna make sandwiches. This is so easy, I've shared this before, but I don't make too much. I try to only make like 2 weeks worth of sandwiches because I don't want it to get freezer burnt. So we're gonna start with PB&J and then we'll do ham. It's important to put peanut butter on both sides of the bread. This prevents it from getting soggy from the jelly. Now I already can hear some of you like, oh my gosh, like you need to freeze sandwiches. Like how long does it take you to make a sandwich? Like I've read your comments, like seriously. You guys, this is easy because I don't have to get up every day and whip out this stuff. We're busy. I don't have time for this. And I'm sure you don't either. This is just fast and convenient. You can hurry and grab sandwiches out of the freezer for going to the park or anything. This just makes it quick. And the kids can grab their own lunch in the morning, go in the freezer, grab their sandwich, and then go pack the rest of their lunch and be on their way. This is all about convenience and saving time. If you don't like this, that's okay. We do. So I don't go longer than a couple of weeks in my freezer. You can take the crusts off if you want. Like these crusts will be hard when they come out. That's not a big deal. But this is the trick to these, is putting peanut butter on both sides so we don't get the bread soggy. And believe me, when you are not feeling well and you've got to get your kids going out the door, knowing that you have something already made in your freezer for them, it is so comforting. And if you're a working mama outside the home and you're getting yourself ready alongside your kids, trying to get them out the door and yourself, you'll be so happy that you have this on hand. All right, today I am just using grape jelly. Boston will be bummed that it's not strawberry, but this is what I got right now. Now, I have noticed that when making these, I get the best quality bread because the bread holds up really good in the freezer. I have done the cheap bread and no good. Now, a lot of you have asked if I've done my homemade bread, and I have not. My bread is really soft, and I don't know, I don't think it's gonna hold up well. And I've been meaning to just make a sandwich and throw it in the freezer, but I haven't yet. So I just do it this way. I am gonna end up cutting these in triangles. That way they know that this sandwich in the freezer is peanut butter and jelly. They know the drill. So, and I'll be sharing with you how I cut the other sandwiches to know which ones are which. So I'm putting them in regular sandwich baggies and then putting them in a gallon Ziploc freezer bag. So for peanut butter and jelly, we cut them into triangles. They know in the freezer that these sandwiches our peanut butter and jelly. Just saves me time from having to write on all the bags what the sandwiches are. Ooh, now I want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Okay, so I'm gonna put them in these just regular sandwich baggies, and then I'm going to put them in a freezer Ziploc bag. Make sure you get the air out really good. And this is why I only do about 2 weeks worth, because the longer they're in there, they're at risk of freezer burn. So I try not to go overboard with the sandwiches. So you can take this out the night before if you want, but you really don't have to. Like if you take it out in the morning, set it out, and then when you go make your lunch, just throw it in your lunch, and then by the time they're ready to eat it at school, their sandwich is thawed out. It's great. All right, so on this bag, I'm gonna write PB&J. Well, I'm not gonna put today's date because I wanna keep reusing this bag every time I make them. So, all right, there we go. Oh, it's smeared. Oh well, you can still see it written. All right, we have peanut butter and jelly sandwiches going to the freezer. Okay, we're gonna make the ham sandwiches. They don't want cheese in it this time. They go through like moments where they want cheese, and this right now is a no cheese moment for them. I bought a lot of this ham from Costco in hopes to make all these, but we've been going it through so fast before I could make this video. So I'm gonna use up what's left of this ham. This ham is so good. And then I just have this lunch meat ham here. All right, so with making your ham sandwiches or ham and cheese sandwiches, whatever, you don't wanna put your mayo on the bread. Nope, it is definitely gonna get soggy. So what you'll do is you'll start with your meats. My kids are very simple. They just like ham. I've tried putting roast beef in it and other stuff. No, they just like ham. Okay, so I used up all that ham. Now we're gonna use this ham. So now I'm gonna put mayonnaise in it, but I'm not using mayonnaise. We are Miracle Whip people. So, okay, some of us.
Just kidding. I've been converted.
So we put this in the middle, and then your mustard, and then put your sandwiches together, and then we'll cut them. I have kids that love the mustard, and I have one child that does not. I'll show you what I do in this situation. So then just close up your sandwich. So my kids know that the ones that aren't cut, that are just stay normal like this, that means man sandwich, man. And it has mustard. M for mustard, man. And the ones that don't have mustard are cut right in half. So even if they went in and just looked at the baggies, and if they saw a sandwich like this, they know no mustard. She's like, great, that's my sandwich. This is a manly mustard sandwich. Triangles or peanut butter and jelly. What I have noticed over the years is that when thawing these out, put a napkin inside the bag. Because of the lunch meat, it creates a lot of moisture. So put just a napkin in there when you take it out, plop it in your lunch sack, and you're good to go. You will not have a soggy sandwich, not one bit. If you like tomatoes and lettuce in your sandwiches, then you're gonna have to take this out the night before and let it thaw out in the refrigerator, and then in the morning you can add your lettuce and your crunchy things to it. All right, I'm gonna make some more of these. All right, here's our sandwiches, PB&J and ham, and those are going in the freezer.
Join me for week 3 in the challenge, and we're doing dinner freezer meals.